10 famous failures who never gave up and succeeded in life. What would it be like to be told you're not good enough, fail repeatedly, or be rejected infinitely? Although the majority of people would give up, these tales did not. Whether they were struggling business people or rejected artists, their setbacks served as stepping stones on the path to greatness. Here is a list of 10 well-known individuals who overcame obstacles and achieved remarkable levels of achievement. Number 10. Sophia Amoruso. Can failing truly be the way to reinventing yourself and reaching even greater success? In the beginning of her career as an entrepreneur, Sophia Amoruso began by selling antique clothing on eBay. However, she encountered a number of obstacles, including the suspension of her account. Without being discouraged, she established Nasty Gal, a company that saw quick expansion but ultimately declared bankruptcy. As a result of her tenacity, Amoruso was able to write a book that became a bestseller, titled Girl Boss, and develop a network for female entrepreneurs. This exemplifies how failure can serve as a spark for reinvention. Number 9. Walt Disney. In addition to experiencing a number of commercial failures, Walt Disney was once terminated from his position at a newspaper for a lack of creativity. Before he created Mickey Mouse, he had to overcome a number of obstacles, including the failure of his first animation firm, which went bankrupt. Disney's dedication led to the construction of a media empire that continues to amuse millions worldwide. Number 8. Vera Wang. Is it ever too late to start over? What if your greatest achievement occurred after 40? Before becoming a famous fashion designer, Vera Wang was a competitive figure skater and then an editor at Vogue. After being passed up for the editor-in-chief role, she went into fashion design at the age of 40. Wang's wedding dresses have now become legendary, and she has developed a worldwide brand famous for elegance and grace. Number 7. Richard Branson. The first step in Richard Branson's path as an entrepreneur was the publication of a magazine named Student, which did not achieve the level of popularity that he had hoped for. He was confronted with difficulties, including legal troubles that were associated with tax evasion, which ultimately resulted in a settlement in which his parents remortgaged their property in order to assist in paying the fine. Branson established Virgin Records in spite of these obstacles, which later developed into the Virgin Group, which encompasses a variety of businesses, including the music industry, the aviation industry, and the telecommunications industry. Number 6. Thomas Edison. Do you think you would be ready to fail 10 times, 100 times, or 1,000 times until you finally achieve great success? Before Thomas Edison was able to successfully create the practical electric light bulb, he was unsuccessful in a number of other endeavors. Despite the fact that he carried out thousands of fruitless experiments, he understood that each setback was a chance for learning. Edison's dogged determination led to the creation of more than 1,000 patents and ideas that have gone on to influence contemporary life. Sinkim Oprah Winfrey. Early in her life, Oprah Winfrey was confronted with a number of difficulties, including being abused and living in poverty. Her first job in television, which was as an anchor in Baltimore, was terminated from her position. In spite of this, she persisted and eventually established The Oprah Winfrey Show, which went on to become one of the most popular talk shows in the history of television as measured by ratings. In the world, Winfrey is considered to be one of the most influential women due to the media empire that she has built. Number 4. Michael Jordan. During the early stages of his career, Michael Jordan, who is largely regarded as one of the best basketball players of all time, had a number of failures. During his time in high school, he was eliminated from the varsity basketball team, an event that had the potential to completely destroy his self-assurance. Instead, he turned it into a source of inspiration and committed himself to a never-ending cycle of practice and progress. One of the results of his dogged persistence was that he was awarded a scholarship to attend the University of North Carolina, where he went on to win an NCAA title. Later in his career, Jordan dominated the National Basketball Association (NBA), guiding the Chicago Bulls to 6 championships and garnering 5 Most Valuable Player titles. His influence on basketball and popular culture solidified his position as a respected figure on a worldwide scale. Number 3. Albert Einstein. Is it possible that you would think that one of the most brilliant brains in the history of science had a difficult time in school? There were others who believed that Albert Einstein had difficulty learning since he could not speak effectively until he was 9 years old. This assumption led to the belief that he had a delayed start in life. His independent and defiant character came into conflict with the rigorous educational structures, which ultimately led to his expulsion from school. In addition, he was unsuccessful in his first application to the Zurich Polytechnic School. Nonetheless, his drive never faltered regardless of the circumstances. Later on, he was successful in gaining admission and finally was awarded a diploma in physics. In the course of his employment as a patent clerk, Einstein came up with several groundbreaking ideas, including the special and general theories of relativity. His work fundamentally altered the course of contemporary physics, bringing about a sea change in our understanding of space, time, and gravity. As a result of his explanation of the photoelectric effect, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921, leaving behind a scientific legacy that would last for generations to come. Number 2. Steve Jobs. Apple was first established in 1976 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. Jobs' parents' garage served as the company's first location. The corporation revolutionized personal computing with the introduction of the Apple I and Apple II, followed by the Macintosh. However, internal problems led to Jobs' firing in 1985. Without being discouraged, Steve established Next, a firm that specializes in high-end computers for use in business and education. And he also purchased Pixar, which became a pioneer in the field of animated films with the release of Toy Story. Since Apple's acquisition of Next in 1997, Jobs has been back in his role as CEO. Through the introduction of game-changing devices, including the iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad, Steve provided the floundering firm with a much-needed boost. His innovative leadership was responsible for Apple's transformation into a worldwide technological behemoth, which changed whole sectors and left an indelible mark on the fields of technology and design. Number 1. J.K. Rowling. If your dream received 12 rejections, how would you respond? Would you give up or would you keep moving forward? The author J.K. Rowling had to overcome a great deal of difficulty before she became famous for her Harry Potter series. As a single mother living on welfare, she grappled with financial difficulties. 12 different publishers rejected her application for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone before Bloomsbury finally approved it. Rowling is now considered to be one of the most popular writers in the world. Her writings have been translated into a number of other languages and have been transformed into a succession of blockbuster films. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more.